Hi everybody. I wanted to do a quick little video about the Uh, hello, this is Sadie. I wanted to do a video about the lunar eclipse that is happening. Hello puppy pups. Hello puppy pups. On Wednesday. Okay, puppy. Um she's very cozy. Uh There is magic in the air. Can you feel it? I mean, it is palpable. It is just building and building and building. And this whole week, I've been feeling a lot of things clearly. I mean, not I'm feeling a lot of things clearly, but yes, I am feeling a lot of things clearly. But obviously, I mean, as you can tell by the videos that I've put up, are very emotional. Videos that I've been posting are like things are just pouring out of me, and I'm feeling called to share. And it's really weird to be that emotional and share to like the entire world, but I'm just feeling called to do so. And I feel like there should be more people out there being emotional or expressing their emotions on social media in all of their glory and all of the wondrous spectrum of emotion. Anyway, that's an aside. Let's get into what's happening with the energy in the cosmos and this energy update and this lunar eclipse. It's 2 days away now, and I've been feeling it coming probably since, I mean, the last week has been intense. It just keeps building, but since the new moon. And here's the deal. I know some people are like wishy-washy with astrology. Of course, you don't want anything to drive your life completely. But the way I see it is, you know, the moon affects the tides, right? Our bodies are like 80% water. So logically, for me, the logical thing is that, of course, then the moon would affect the water in us and therefore affect us. And then to take that further from that logical conclusion, what is it? What is it, puppy? What is it? Just a minute. The sun affects our planet. Hi, Patches. No, my cat. The animals are feeling it too. So the sun affects our solar system. I mean, the sun affects the earth and affects us, clearly affects all life on this planet. We wouldn't have life without the sun. So the logical next thing for me in my mind is, why wouldn't the rest of the planets and their moons and asteroids affect the earth and therefore affect us? It just makes sense to me that they would. And when we're born, at the exact minute that we come into this world in this lifetime, the alignment of the planets, that like our natal chart, which is the alignment of the planets and their position in the sky at the time, at the minute that we're born. So where the planets are at the minute that we're born and we come into this world, I kind of feel like all of that energy of the universe, because everything affects everything, imprints us with the energies of the time. And as we go through life, of course, we grow and we expand and we learn, and nothing is so fixed, but we are given a certain, I feel like it adds to our core vibration. So for me, I like to really be aware and stay informed about the movements of the planets and what's going on in the cosmos and all of the astrological events, because I like to live in harmony with the universe as much as possible. And I want to be in alignment with all that is. And astrology can be a very helpful tool to help you to align with the energies of what's happening at the time to get yourself into the flow of what's going on around you. And also to use these energies in beneficial ways to help you grow and learn and, take advantage of where they are at the time. I just feel like it would, considering all of this, I feel like it would be ignorant not to not stay informed. I feel like it would be a little ignorant to not stay informed about what's going on in the universe, because everything affects us, right? All of the energy one thing affects the other. And it's the same thing with nature. And the Farmer's Almanac uses the moon phases for its gardening suggestions, and I go by that. So the Farmer's Almanac, which has been around for hundreds of years, I believe, hundreds of years, that's astrology. So it's the same thing with being in harmony with nature, but considering the whole entire solar system too. So let's get enough of that. Let's just get into what's happening right now in the cosmos with this full super moon lunar eclipse that's happening in 2 days. Okay, it's the flower moon. The May full moon is the flower. So the May full moon is the flower moon, and that is perfect for what's happening right now, because this energy, the way that everything is aligned, is all about moving into a new life, blooming it within. It's all about blooming within. So let's just get into some details. Number one, the full moon lunar eclipse, when it starts to go total, okay, it's happening at 7:11 Eastern Daylight Time, which is 11:11 Universal Time. All right, that's one. Secondly, it's in Sagittarius. Now, we are in Gemini season. Gemini is the opposite of Sagittarius on the zodiac wheel, so they exist on an axis of polarity between the two. The Earth is going to be moving between the sun and the moon. That's a lunar eclipse. And P.S. I'm recording this on a Snapchat and saving it because the lighting is better for some reason. So the Earth is going to be moving between the sun and the moon. The sun is in Gemini, the moon's going to be in Sagittarius. These are polar opposites on the zodiac wheel. Gemini is the wise sage. Sagittarius is the free spirit. It's about being in the moment and also having a plan. And here is the Earth moving right in between those two. We are moving right in between these two opposites. That is hugely significant. And this is the third eclipse that's happening on this axis of Gemini and Sagittarius. It started last year in June, and it's going to happen again in December. Gemini and Sagittarius. Gemini is an air sign. Sagittarius is a fire sign. They are both mutable, which means they are both changing. They are both flowing. They are both moving. This is movement we're talking about. And air feeds fire. Think about it. Oxygen feeds fire. This is big, huge purification. Big, huge transformations happening. Huge growth. Things are moving. Things are changing. This is really deep. And I just have some notes here that if you see me looking down, I have some notes because I didn't want to get off on a tangent and lose my place. And I want to make sure that I'm including everything. We have the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the North Node all in Gemini. So let's think about this for a second. And a Neptune is at 22 degrees in Pisces. Jupiter will have just moved into Pisces, will be 1 degree Pisces on the day of the lunar eclipse, and Jupiter will be in Pisces until July 28th, and then he'll move back into Aquarius. Okay, Saturn just went retrograde. Mercury is going retrograde on the 29th. Lots of things are moving, but let's just break this down for a second. Let's go back. The sun is yang, the moon is yin. The sun is masculine, the moon is feminine. The sun is about expression and action. The moon is about flow, our emotions, and reflecting. The earth is moving in between the sun and the moon. This is about expressing our feelings. This is about getting in touch with our emotions. What's happening here is really deep with everything that's happening. This is going to be a very deep reflective period for everyone, and on different levels for everybody. But it's going to be very significant, and it's going to be very life-changing, and it's very positive. I know a lot of times, eclipses, I think eclipse season is magical. And Mercury going in retrograde, planets going in retrograde, they tend to get a bad rap. But it's good to reflect. It's part of learning. It's part of the learning process to review and look back on things and learn. And then you have a bigger picture of where you're heading and where you want to go. And right now, the energy of the universe is acting as a catalyst to move us into the highest expression of our being and to our highest evolution. And because we have Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces, that's like spiritual stuff. That's deep soul stuff. The spiritual undertones are palpable. We're questioning existence and who we are on a soul level. And in that reflection period of thinking of all these things and feeling of all these things, things are going to start being illuminated to us. Aha moments, deeper truths, awareness. These things are going to start making sense to us, our purpose, why we're here, what we want to do, what our soul missions are. Suddenly things are shifting and falling into place, and we're understanding our traumas on a soul level and on a deeper level. And things are coming up for us into our awareness so we can heal them. And it's a beautiful time. It really is. And Gemini is right there with, the torch of truth, and in many different ways between the sun and the truth of who we are and who we want to be, Venus, the truth of our feelings, Mercury, the way that we communicate, and the North Node, the truth of our destiny, or the truth of our fate. And Saturn in retrograde is clearing our karma. It's working everything out for our greater good. And so, feel how you're feeling. If things come up that are uncomfortable, that's good. Because if you are triggered, that is your path to freedom. Everything that triggers you gives you a key to freedom and an opportunity to finally heal these things that you've been holding inside for so long. It's happening to me too. I'm realizing a lot of things that I've been holding on to, and I'm working through them and sitting in my feeling and understanding myself, even more so. And like, this is big growth period. This is big transformation. This is stepping into mission, stepping into purpose. This is where we all are at on a collective level and individually in our lives. And I know a lot of people get tensed down about Saturn, but Saturn in this space with this alignment and everything that's happening is really like our bodyguard, right? It's really it's a discipline, but disciplining us about our self-care. and where are our boundaries, and what if we review and go back, where do we need more healthy boundaries? Where have we not been keeping to our boundaries? Where have we been lacking in self-care? Because the universe wants to gift us with everything that we desire, and to be able to handle all of that, we need to get real clear about our own self-love. That is the theme here. It's coming into your own. That's really what this is. This whole thing is after the whole year that we've had, and there's been many significant things happening in the world, in our lives, with everything that's happening in the cosmos. There's been a lot of different alignments and significant things, powerful shifts and moves, and a lot of transformation. And now it's the universe is like, okay, what have you learned? What have you learned? You've seen the truth in situations, and now how are you going to step forward and take care of yourself? How are you going to step forward and be part of the greater good? And are you ready for that? And not only are you are you ready, but like, are you ready? Because it's coming. Like everything that you've been working towards for the past 10 years in your life is coming. Your dreams are coming true. The universe is like, okay, you want it, you got a Toyota, but are you ready for it? And the things that you want, you need, to get to a certain point in our evolution as beings, as humans, as souls, whatever, you need to feel okay with yourself. That's a train whistle. That's a confirmation right there. You need to take care of yourself, because nobody's going to take care. If you want healthy relationships, you need to have a healthy relationship with yourself. And it doesn't have to be so complicated. So that's where we are with this lunar eclipse. And it is powerful, and it is transformative, and it is healthy. And the universe is on our side always. There is nothing to be afraid of or scared of. Don't have anxiety about it. These are all like wonderful things that are happening. And like another thing is going to be communicating. You're finally going to be able to, it's going to be easier to speak your truth to yourself and to others. Just be mindful too in how you're expressing yourself. Don't be paranoid about it. But this time, there are times when the energy is, and because there's a lot of Gemini, it wants to communicate, right? It wants to talk, it wants to write, it wants to feel, you're going to feel like you want to express. That's what Gemini is very, Gemini looks at all the details, Gemini observes, and then Gemini expresses what it observes. And Sagittarius is like the visionary. Here's my vision. And Gemini is expressing that vision. That's what's happening here. And all the things that are blocking us from our higher truths is going to be shown to us. It's going to be magnified to us. All of the things that are blocking us from living in freedom and living our truths is going to be shown to us, magnified to us, so we can deal with it and then move forward in our lives. Moving forward in our lives untethered. And it's going to feel like a sigh of relief, because we've been carrying things that we don't even realize we're carrying. There's a lot of deep stuff. Like, I know that I've been carrying a lot of anger, and it's coming up. It's like being shown to me so I can heal it, release it, integrate it, and make friends with it, and work through it, and and just become more healthy for myself, so I can live a life of more peace and have, more peace with myself and more peace within. So we have that's happening, and like I've said in my other videos, when I've been very like honest and open about what I'm going through. It's been a very emotional time for me lately, but I'm a very emotional person. But my moon's in Cancer. I mean, my moon's in Aries, but my Venus is in Cancer. So it's been a very emotional time for me, and just underneath that anger that I'm holding it's like stuff that I wasn't able to express before or feel before. It's been repressed inside of me because I was living in survival mode for so long. I didn't have time to feel my anger. It's just like, I just put it away. And, underneath that is like hurt. And so that's where I'm at. If that helps you understand a little bit better about what's going on. And this full moon lunar eclipse is very personal to me because I am Gemini and my rising sign is Sagittarius. So it's very personal for me. So it's affecting me very deeply. So here we are in this space, in what's happening in the cosmos, and this energy update. I mean, so we're being given, we've been observing for a long time, and here's Sagittarius, and it's like, okay, I got the vision, you got the truth of things. I can, here's where we're going. And, Sagittarius is like that wild horse running on the beach, and it's like freedom. And what is the key to your freedom? That's what's going to be shown to you this eclipse season, the key to your freedom. And all of our issues, everything everything's going to be magnified so we can deal with it. We're being shown what's keeping us stagnant, what's blocking our freedom of joy, of life, of expression, of feeling. What's holding us back in our growth. And then we have, Mr. Discipline, Saturn over here, like, all right, well, now you know what you got to do. And Saturn comes in with that discipline to help you do it, to help you move forward, to help you set those healthy boundaries, to help you express, to your truth and in a healthy way. So, very powerful eclipse coming up. Next few months. Oh, and like the spiritual undertones with like Pisces energy. You're just going to know things. You're just going to know things, and you're not going to have an explanation for it. And you're going to feel a lot of like soul connection stuff. You're just going to know things in your soul. And that's, some things are just, you're gonna understand how all of this connects to your soul's purpose and your soul's mission and your destiny and your fate between Jupiter and Neptune. Illuminating the truth. Illuminating what is an illusion. And on spiritual truths and deep knowings in the soul about your purpose and mission, and how all of these other things that I've just talked about tie into your soul's knowing and your soul's purpose. And this is as for everything that it is, it's a very deeply reflective spiritual time for all of us. So connect. Just it's a good time if we're going to want to express, but it's also good for like inner reflection. This is deep inner reflection time. You're going to feel called to contemplate. You're going to feel called to go out into nature and just be and do that, because don't overthink things. Feel. Be in the moment. Be in this energy. Be wherever you are and just feel. Don't try to get too complex about it. I'm just giving you the energy, the snapshot of everything, but use your intuition. Listen to that voice inside. Your soul is just going to know stuff. You're going to, things are going to unlock inside of you, and you're just going to know, and you don't have to try for it. You're in the flow. You're in the flow. You're exactly where you need to be. You are not too late for anything. You're exactly at the right time in the right moment. And everything that is meant for you is there. It's coming. You can never miss what's meant for you. And this is part of the evolution journey. So whatever things come up for you in this eclipse season, starting with this eclipse, it's all for the greatest good. And it's not... I am just feeling a lot of positive, like, it just feels like I'm feeling joy. I'm feeling a lot of joy and a lot of relief and a lot of like the sun shining on my face, and feeling how good that feels, and adventure time for adventures and living life, you know, and healing and feeling healthy and feeling secure inside. That's what I'm sensing this whole eclipse season is going to be like, and feel like. So I think I'm going to end there. That's my 2 cents for eclipse season 2021 so far. I wish you so many blessings and a very magical, full, loving, and peaceful and liberating eclipse season. Talk soon, guys. So I just wanted to add on the back end of my eclipse update thing that you know, I watched it back and I thought, well, yeah, these are super positive magical times, but let's just, like, soul work is not easy, right? So when you're going through a healing process, and healing is not linear, this is going to be a very emotionally charged time. So even though like going through the tunnel may look and feel uncomfortable and scary, you know, when you get to the other side, you can look back and say, oh, okay, I understand that. That's kind of like what's happening now. Some of us are further along through the tunnel than others, and we'll get to a point where we can look back after all of our hard work, after our travel and our journey. And, you know, if you've been doing a lot of inner work and healing work, you'll get to the point where you can look back and understand. You'll have a deeper understanding of yourself and life, and why things had to happen the way they did, or not even had to happen the way they did, but, you know, I mean, some things there's just not an explanation for, you know, but you'll get a deeper understanding of yourself, your healing journey, of others, and just try not to judge yourself along the way. And I just wanted to add that, and be compassionate with yourself. I know it's hard to be compassionate sometimes with yourself, but it's super important, and that's ties into what I was saying earlier about having a healthy relationship with yourself. And wherever you are in your healing journey is where you need to be in your healing journey. We all heal at our own pace, in our own time. So just be gentle with yourself. And the eclipse season is going to be highly emotional. There's going to be a lot of things coming up for us to heal and face within ourselves and within others. And it's not like, always going to feel so positive, but at the end result will get us somewhere better. But in the moment, it doesn't feel like it's working for our highest good, but it is. I just wanted to add all of this on. I hope you have a very beautiful day. And even if you're not having, such a great day, just know that I'm sending you a lot of love either way. And, you know, good days, bad days, shitty days, great days, they all encompass the journey of life, and not every day is supposed to be a good day, and not every experience is supposed to be a positive experience, and not every emotion is supposed to be, a positive emotion. Or and well, positive, and I don't even like using positive and negative, because it's like a positive charge and a negative charge. It's just, but not everything is always happy, and that's completely normal. We're not supposed to be happy 100% of the time. That's not life. Life is all of the colors. Life is all of the experiences. It's a tapestry. You have to think about, if your life was a painting and everything was just one color, like it wouldn't be interesting. So life is all the colors, and so are you. Take care now.